Affinity Xtra, be extra.
Yeah, but people, this is boy here, Roger Moore alongside Blue, and we are on
7Sharp.
All right,
That's
boy,
how we
you
have to
take-
do it. We need
Yeah,
to
man.
get a little plugin actually that does that.
Yeah, bro. I think how would you want to do? Well, the thing is, bro, I have got a voice thing on
Yeah.
here. You know what I'm saying? I've got actually a voice effect thing. What is it? Where is it now? Let me
see.
see.
It's gonna
Let me
mess
see.
up our little
Yeah,
karate
we're just gonna
push.
start. So let me see. Let's have a look at my voice.
This
thing.
is Roger with his affinity of buttons. Like if
Yeah,
he
yeah,
ever
yeah,
came
yeah.
to the studio and saw, I'm sure he could make the next DeLorean. Or yeah.
Cool. Oh, it's gotta be my one.
Sorry.
I know what to say. Well,
Yes, I was gonna say. I just missed.
This is 7Sharp.
yeah, we're not there.
Sorry.
Everyone's like,
Sorry.
what am I hunting?
Listen, man.
This is-
Blue's like this. I'm gonna do some samples afterwards.
I'm gonna do our samples after that one.
So yeah, they got different effects, man.
Yeah, this is 7Sharp.
No.
Okay,
It's
cool.
not it.
It's not it.
We're
Okay.
gonna work on that. Though,
Okay,
guys.
cool.
We're gonna work
Sorry.
on that.
So
You
we
know,
just
it
did an
reminds me
open
of an
production.
episode on Apprentice. I love Apprentice, where
You what?
my Thursday consists of podcast.
Yeah.
8 o'clock, we're
Yeah, yeah,
watching
yeah.
Dragon's Den.
Yeah,
9
yeah.
o'clock,
Yeah.
Apprentice. And
Yeah.
there's an Apprentice one where someone failed the task because the voiceover was terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm just saying.
All right, safe. So that failed.
It failed. So that
Okay,
failed,
okay,
so
cool. But I
we're
thought
gonna
you
do some
wanted. I
more-
thought you wanted effects.
Yeah, we're going to work on the effects.
Okay,
though, bro.
cool.
Like, we're bringing some effects on there,
Okay,
and
cool.
there. But guys, as we said, it's 7Sharp. We're still working on the sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
But it's amazing to see you guys. And as you know, this is Affinity Xtra, supporting gospel black music. And of course, I am Blue, and we're with Roger. And as we always do, we just keep it real, live, fun. And just talk from the heart and experience and research, of course. Thank you to all the people that have followed. Please follow all the other listeners, all the other amazing DJs and podcasters that we have on Affinity Xtra. If you haven't got that app, download it today, okay? Hurry up and get that. But today, as you know, we like to talk things all relational. Before we get into relational stuff, I want to ask a quick question off the cuff.
Go on.
Roger's going to answer me this one. Is it wrong for Christians to watch certain shows? And I use the example of one Christian show. Tyler Perry's
Oh,
beautiful.
No.
Do you think as Christians we should be watching that?
No, don't do it to me.
You know what? Because we're gonna go into our context of the body, but
No. Listen. All right. Oh, God, there, you know. Right.
You see.
So let me bring a context to this. Yeah. So, as Tyler Perry as a Christian film director.
yeah. Well, I don't think he's a Christian film director. I don't think he is.
Listen, he gives
Do I-
tithes.
do-
He
do
gives
I-
tithes to DD Jake. Says he's a Christian.
Well, you know what? He didn't baptize him, but he put hands. I see. I have an issue with that still. And if you listen to other podcast shows that we talked
So
about,
straight away the context is blown away.
it's changed a little bit now. Like, but
okay, early years, I've still got the DVDs in front of me from back in the day. Yeah?
Of Medea?
Of Medea. Remember Medea and the
Yeah,
plays, the
yeah.
theatre plays?
Yeah.
And that did a circuit in the early 2000s, isn't it? Yeah.
He did, yeah.
2000s. No, 2005 onwards, really round about there.
Yeah,
innit?
he had an era. He had a good era.
And he had Tamla Man
Yeah,
and the Mans
all
on
of
there.
them, yeah.
And everybody had their copies. You had the dub plate copies. Oh, you had the real copies. No,
Yeah.
I had the real copies. Still got them to this day. So secretly, you kind of, when you see Tyler Perry, you go, yeah, man, let me go and watch the videos.
Yeah.
I think his stuff is a bit cheesy when it came to the film scene, so I don't really take to it. So Netflix come up the other day with
Beauty in Black.
Bleachy back. So I thought, yeah, man, Tyler Perry, he's on Netflix now. I'm going, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, man, Netflix. Let's go. So sit down with the wife. Press play. Go on.
Turn to Corinthians.
Okay, is this what we watch it? And you look at the wife going, let's turn it down because the children are outside.
And these children are grown, you know.
Yes, mate. Like, do I need to see that?
Yeah.
And I wanted to. Believe it or not, I said, listen, D, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch this, and I'm gonna absolutely slate her. Tyler Perry after. No, on the real, bro. I'm saying, I'm gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
We should not be backing this dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what?
You know what I'm saying? And I got a couple episodes left.
Yeah.
And almost, you know, when you force feeding yourself.
Yeah, I gotta get through like Danny Bedingfield.
Just so I can, you know what I mean? I saw
Yeah.
him the other day anyway on AG, whatever, DJ AG, whatever he said.
Yeah.
But I think I want to, because I want to review it from actually watching it. That's the
Yeah.
side thing. I just don't want to slay to it. And when you slay to something
early.
and it goes to something positive at the end, and
Yeah.
everyone gets saved, and there's anointing of God comes through and flows
I
through.
don't think it can get there. I don't think it can get there. I think I'm a good couple episodes in. I was gonna break away, but I'm like yourself. If I'm watching an episode of things or a series.
Let me
I have to
complete
see
it,
it through.
see through, because
Yeah.
sometimes you've messed up just by the first episode.
Nah, you know what? I've got to see things through. Like I'm a committed person.
Yeah.
So if I've started something, I have to see. I've watched so many series of shows.
How many episodes left have we got?
I don't know. I tried not to look at the number because I'm just hoping that it's the last one and then done.
Bro,
but then I
I've been
feel
hoping.
like there's like so far I'm up to a point where spoiler alert, they're taking her sister.
Oh, past that.
You passed there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, you're far above me then. So yeah, I don't know if I think I'm halfway through. I need to check my my Netflix. But yeah, I think when I was watching it,
I can't believe
I was.
I can't believe we're talking about Beauty in Black, and it's so, the title's so sweet.
You know what? It was very debonair, but very kind of like there's something behind this. There's something behind this that I need to see.
You're not a Tyler Perry fan.
Yeah, you know what? And you know what? I wouldn't say I'm not a Tyler Perry fan. I just feel like he finessed people. Wow. A bit like when R. Kelly brought out that gospel album and all the Christians ran for it and was like, he's one of us. And then Kendrick had to remind us, he's not.
Yeah.
I think Tyler did the exact same kind of thing. And I think Tyler Perry reminds me very much of Western church. And that's the same for UK, states and stuff like that, where it's all about what's said. But then if you, like the Bible talks about your fruit. For me personally, there wasn't a lot of stuff there that represented true Christianity. Now, my mom loves Medea. And I used to say to my mom, and again, this isn't blasting anybody, but I know how the black churches are. If a brother was dressed like Medea, came to your church and then requested to preach, you wouldn't give him the space.
No.
Yeah, let's just be real with it. You wouldn't give him the space for whatever reasons that you guys want to go with. However, when we pull it in TV format and then we sprinkle that positive message and we sprinkle that relatable issues and dramas, it's okay because it's disconnected. It's on TV. It's not real. It's not part of our life, so it's cool. But then you get caught into the kind of like wind with his other shows. So what's it called again? Like the married ones, and I feel like they all follow the exact same format of a black woman is going through issues, some level of dramas, and the turnaround is a positive.
The dark skin guy is slapping her.
Yeah,
And then light skin guy saves her.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing, man. Like I can't remember who it was the one that the woman got married.
The light skin, hey, gardener, light skin gardener,
Yeah, there's always that. It's the same similar format. I can't remember the one where the woman was married. This guy comes along, sleeps with her, gives her HIV, mashes up her marriage. He mashes up his life, and then the husband gets remarried, has his own pharmacy, has a child, and she has to go back to him humbly for her medication, and he still cares for her. But the story is, the grass ain't always greener on the side. And we're like, but did we have to go through a far-fetched story to see that?
Bro, but the thing is, Beauty in Black is almost a case of, right, this is why you don't live on, this is why you don't come outside the church. I'll tell you what, I'm going to actually show you the details of what life is outside the church. Is black, like being black like that in Atlanta or something?
I would like to know.
Bro, I would like to know.
Yeah.
Is being black in America, is
Like
that
that.
what, is like that, bro? Is it like that?
Actually, I would like to hear from our American listeners and give us a shout. I'll bring you up on here and we can have that conversation as long as you're not cursing. But I do feel like it's very fun. Like that kind of program could never be done in the UK.
Bro, I'm thinking, how did he get it onto Netflix, bro?
Because it portrays negativity against black people.
But the thing is,
You know what I mean? Like we always get negative portrayal of black people. Like we're never really going to get a show like, I don't know, Game of Thrones, but black people. But then again, that was still bad as well. But we're never really going to get a positive show where it shows black people in the light of success. it works. We're good villains. Black people, we're just good villains because.
But the joke is, at first, you got a successful hair company going, yeah, we own hair company. It's not the Asian community, because we always complain. The Asian community and it's and you go, oh,
yeah, there's some stuff behind that.
Is this how we do? We kill each other now. Whoa.
I feel like at the end of this show, we should put up the trailer of.
I think okay. Now you now secretly. I don't want to put it out there that I watched it, but now
first of all, don't judge us, by the way, because people might watch that and be like, "But ain't they married?" I'm like, "Mind your business." Like, glad you're
certified
married.
by a wife.
Yeah, trust me.
We're not watching it. You don't watch this on a mobile phone.
Permission.
We're not watching it on a mobile
In
phone.
secret.
Like go. Oh, are you okay?
Change the screen quickly.
No. You know what I'm saying? Oh, actually, I watch it with the missus, and we just cussing all the way through. You know what I'm saying? We're cussing all the way through. But I think what we'll do is actually let we'll finish it. Yeah, I'm giving you 2 weeks. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because but I know it's painful, but it's like force feeding yourself some.
It's a salvation watch, you know.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like having candy floss here. You know, when you eat candy floss, you're like, yeah, man, and you go, hold on, I better stop eating this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm saying to finish it.
Because there's some episodes, in fairness, there's some episodes where I've been like, well done. Like there's a part in there, which I talked to you off air, where she's got the shotgun. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, man.
And so you see that and you're like, what?
With the car, with the car,
I think so. We will do a review on that one. That wasn't even meant to be the show. First of all, we've been on this. How long have we been talking on that one for?
Oh, bro, like, let me read it. About 10 minutes, man.
Okay, cool.
But so far, the question is, we've gone so around it.
Yeah.
The question is, should Christians watch this? No. I would say you're not going to how to watch it, but would it be an advice watch? I would say, to be honest, if you are
struggling.
Now, I didn't go on road, so there's nothing out there, nothing on that road which I go, I know where to go get that. Because people, unfortunately, when you live that life and you come to Christ, you know where to go to get that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't even know how to go. I have to phone 5 people, and by the time I get to the 5th person, they're going, we're not gonna let you go, Roger, because we protect people. You wouldn't believe it. No, if I, it sounds weird. If I try to phone up and get some weed, all the people I know will phone me. Will say, I'm not gonna give it to you. You know what I mean? You, after all these years, I'm not gonna. You know what I'm saying? This is for me. You know what I'm saying? It's for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm smoking for you. You know what I'm saying? So you better.
But we're too Christian. We wouldn't know what it is anyway. They'd probably give us like Baileys or some kind of herb and thinking that it is what it is.
My bedroom sent me. I have to go out of town to go and get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they care so much. Because they say like, no, it's a community vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, bedroom, this is not your life. You stay over there. Listen, my bedroom see me in like Tyler Perry. Typically, like I don't know if they have them black strip joints. I don't know why I go on. You know
I think America's in some parts of America are very much about strip joints.
Yeah, I just
it's a social club for some of them.
I don't get that, bro.
I don't get it. Dave Chappelle made the funniest joke about them strip clubs, but I just feel like
don't get that culture.
I don't. But you know, probably we don't get it because we're not that type of life. But because the same thing, they probably look at us and think a prayer meeting sounds weird, or shouting and talking in tongues is weird, or run up and down. I mean, your church, you don't do that at your church. No. But you know, Christian acrobatics looks weird for some people. But being a Christian for a lot of people, it sounds weird as well.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot to have faith, and it takes a lot to believe in something that you can't see. So
beauty in black, Tyler Perry.
Beauty in black.
I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna bro. Hopefully, no lawsuit though.
No. And you know what? It comes with a warning as well. Like it's age appropriate. So if you're underage, we would encourage you not to be watching it. So parents, put your lock on.
If you're under 32, don't watch it.
Yeah, trust me. And if you're not strong with your salvation, then do not watch it. In fact, if you want to watch it, just watch the trailers or watch it with a friend, or just wait for us to do the review. And we'll probably do.
But you know, you need to watch it with don't watch it by yourself.
Nah, if you're not strong enough, do not, because it can lead you to. And that's exactly why I asked the question. Like as Christians, can certain things be watched? Because I saw a woman recently. I don't think we're gonna get to our topic. You know, there's a woman recently who she's a Christian. And she said that she prayed and fasted about watching Wicked before watching it, and felt God said it was okay for her to watch it. Because she's experienced, and some other stuff basically. But
Wicked. What's that?
Wicked. No, it's that part of the Disney thing where it's about witches basically.
Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah, like was it Follow the Yellow Brick Road rubbish? So it's basically it's about witchcraft and a woman who becomes a witch. I think it's from something in the trailer, and how she becomes the Wicked Witch of the West. Ariana Grande and the Black Lady.
She painted herself in green in it.
Yeah. And there's been quite a lot of talks about how
cool.
They since they've been doing the film, they look very disfigured. They look very kind of like something's going on, and also there's some issues around their what's it called? Like the black woman now, particularly, there's a big kick up because now they're looking to make her the main character for Jesus Christ Superstar. And so people are kicking off because they're saying,
"Oh yeah," and the follow, yeah. So the follow on from that, okay, cool, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
so they make, even the only time when they depict Jesus is black is as a woman.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then people are kicking off because they're more upset about the fact that it's a woman, playing Jesus.
But the only time we get black, I'll emphasize the black part. Yeah. Bit
Although-
late now. And you do it in this context. It's like,
even though the whole Jesus Christ Superstar is fraud anyway.
but I didn't even pay. I watched it as a youth, but I just didn't pay no attention.
I've never watched it.
Yeah.
It's never interested me. Like when I heard the title Jesus Christ Superstar, I thought that just sounds stupid.
Bro, but you switch off. I remember the theme tune. If I hear it, I'll remember it. But like at the time, like Christians were watching every Moses and all these stuff with Christmas. So, but the whole concept of like, bro, I weren't into that still. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like you said, what? Right, we was talking about back in the day, Christians being banned from cinema. Yeah, back in the day, they weren't allowed to go cinema.
Yeah.
In the early days, yeah. In today's context, people be banned from Netflix and Prime and all the things.
Completely.
But this is where now we have to show wisdom. Now these doors are open that you don't go and watch anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't entertain horror. I just don't think I think that's absolute senseless thing. That's my personal thing. I know people do watch it. Who are Christians. Not many though. But me personally, and when it comes to things like witchcraft and so on, I'm afraid some of us are a bit more aware than others. You know what I mean? And I do watch a lot of stuff that have elements of which I must admit, you know what I mean? And to be honest, I see it and go, oh yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where people probably won't even see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's in our world.
Sadly, but then is there not enough? There's not enough content out there for us as Christian people to watch where it's safe. So you're almost having to watch a lot of stuff with a sieve.
Yeah.
Which is sad because I think
Yeah.
I remember listening to. Don't cost me for this person. I'm not quoting them. But Dr. Umar Johnson. Yeah. He made a massive comment where he said,
It's nobody.
that the Roger said that
That's
first of all. Okay.
I don't do no.
But he got dissed. Well, he didn't get dissed, but he was just saying that basically the issue with Christianity is it's too forgiving, and that's not a bad thing. But he said it's too forgiving and too weak in regards to standing up for themselves. And I was like, but that's disrespectful because as a Christian, our word talks about being forgiven, but it doesn't mean that we can be trampled all over.
Okay.
And so therefore, I think there needs to be a level where we do stand up for stuff, where we say stuff where we don't think is right. So for instance, my wife is very much an ambassador for watching films where they may blaspheme. Now, she's the first person to be like, I'm going to write to Ofcom to say, I don't think that's acceptable in your show. But then one of the things that she finds is, if she was to put it out there and say, who would write this petition with me and support signatures to say, the next shows, can you not use the word in vain? Some people might be like, it's just how TV is.
Christians are passive.
Very.
Because when you see it when it comes to Muslim culture, they're very You know what I'm saying? And the classic example is, I don't know if I spoke to you about this on this show. Five Guys.
The food shop.
Yeah, food shop, yeah.
Okay.
So Five Guys, the decent hamburgers, but by the way, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But better than McDonald's, you know what I'm saying, burgers anyway. But so I say the missus, we go cinema, and I said to her, let's go past Five Guys. So Five Guys is always empty at the fort. Bro, I went to Five Guys, bro, and the place was full.
Is it?
I've never seen that one full. Yeah, all the years I've been there for a couple of years. It's never full. It's ram. You know what happened? A few days before, they started to use halal meat, and they came out and supported.
Yeah.
Christians don't do that.
Nah, not at all.
But that's why I rate the Muslims.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They put the money into, and it doesn't matter what type of, listen, it could be a black African Muslim, it could be a Syrian Muslim, it could be a South Asian Muslim, it could be East Asian, Southeast Asian Muslim, it could be somebody from more Syria Muslim, it could be Turkish Muslim, whatever way, it's halal meat, so this certified.
And that's as it is, though, isn't it? Like, we'll support each other because it works for them. But then as a community of believers, as a community of believers, there's very little in terms of support going forward. And that comes even down to churches as well. Yeah. I know y'all don't want me to talk about this one, but I think sometimes even churches struggle in terms of if it's not my church or my denomination,
I'm not going to back it.
Not backing it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So then no one's on it because it's like, well, that's not my church, or that's not what we do. Like,
I call it silo effect, man. That's my new phrase, man. I watched Apple TV's Silo, and it just reminded me of church.
Yeah.
Bro. You know what I'm saying? You know,
which is a shame.
Yeah,
which is a shame because I mean, like, and again, we will come. We wouldn't get. So if we put on an event now, church event, and said, let's just put on a church event supporting our local artist, on Kingdom.
Yeah.
The ticket is £15. You get dribs and drabs. You get people struggle to come. People are too busy. People got a lot going on, and all the rest of it. Bring over Kurt Franklin. Bring over Fred.
Sold out.
Bring over CC.
Sold out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bring over an
that's
artist.
the biggest thing that cheeses me off. Now, you could say, Roger, you are the biggest hypocrite in this area, bringing over Americans. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? Because you brought over Americans.
Ages ago.
Yeah.
Just want to add.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow, you know what I mean? Wow, God. To be honest, I'll do it tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you have to realize it's the deal in the background that throws it out. So when you bring over artists now as a promoter, you design a show for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And you have control. So I had creative control of my shows.
Yeah.
And what I made sure was that artists locally were featured.
Yeah,
and had the experience alongside more experienced performers so they can develop their ministry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because America is a more mature gospel performing community.
Yeah, sure.
So I would use, so I'm not justifying this, but also I will not bank as much as I never really made anything from these projects. Yeah. Or maybe even a loss. But the monies that was expected, I said no more than I said yes. I'm not paying nobody 10, 15K to come over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where people are putting in way more than that. And then they go to America and take all the money that you collected, take it off you and go back to America.
Yeah. There's nothing circulating.
There's nothing coming back at all.
But and that's not even on you, because even if people said like, but you did that. We all did that because we all supported that by going to those events. Where there's events and opportunity to support our local artists. UK based to invest.
But I do support local artists.
No, I'm just saying this as an audience.
But, like, you got a concept that you're gonna be comparing, and I saw you advertise it and whatsoever and everything. And I think I'm looking at it and thinking, like, back in the day, I would know, like Willow Church. I know my friend used to go there back in the day, and but I knew a couple of friends that went there back in the day. I've been to a few concerts. I remember Raymond Co went to Willow there. Back in the day.
Big up Raymond Co.
So like, it's like the circuit has been broken down so much that we don't even look to each other's spaces. But we used to. Back in the 80s and 90s, you know what I'm saying? There's clear evidence that there's used to, because you see people congregating through different churches and the concerts that was going on in the 90s. But we've gone back to type now, isn't it?
We have, and it's sad because I would say a lot of these concerts that we did locally, that people did attend, that's where friendships were built. That's where relationships were built.
100%.
So some people found their significant other at these events. Married today, kids are now part of the next generation of stuff.
Me, man.
But we don't get that no more. Like now we've kind of got that kind of culture where, like you said, I'm too tired to go to it. And then the thing is, we're not creating enough stuff for our Well, yeah, and so no one's going nowhere. So we either date outside of our church, or we date outside of our
Faith?
completely out of our faith, out of our area, and out of our. When you say faith as well, I'm going to add in our faith in terms of hearing God, because now we're starting to date people who look nice rather than, well, actually, what's the fundamentals and the structure of this person that adds to me. So actually, a guy could be going with a girl because she looks fire, but has no spiritual grounding, knows God for nothing, and ready to mash up your life and end up in Beauty and Black. Sorry, I brought it back there. But I just mean, like, you know, those are the kind of surroundings where I grew up, still have them friendships today, still remember those kind of things that behind the scenes of building up and getting things happening, and had an amazing time. We're not getting that now.
So things like dating apps, Christian dating apps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've never spoke to you about that, have I, before?
Nah, we've never really talked about it.
Talk about it. Sorry, guys, we're going totally off.
Yeah, we got left.
We got left.
It's what we like, though. It's what we like,
though. But listen, so obviously the apps weren't even involved when I was a youth, man. So it's not even an option. But being in relationship circles, yeah? I know there were Christians that do hook up through the apps, through these Christian apps. Is that something that you advise?
You know the mad thing about Christian dating apps, or dating apps generally.
Go on.
Here's the scary thing about dating apps.
Catfish.
And at the moment, you can get catfished in the wrong ones. But there's been more success in terms of people finding their significant partner and getting married from apps than there have been of the old traditional ways of people meeting each other at events and getting married. Like, the figures are starting to grow bigger and bigger. After COVID, it was higher that people found a significant other, and quite a lot of them converted into marriage. I'm just thinking,
all right, it works, all right.
it works, but you know what though? We're now a culture of phone adrenaline
Left,
and
right,
addictive.
left,
Yeah,
right.
we just
Just imagine the selection process, man.
And you know
Right.
the mad thing is even people. I've looked at a dating app,
Swear.
but I knew
I've
about
never been in one.
And that's the mad thing. We don't have to be in one, and yet we still know the culture of what left and right means. You know what I mean? Like that used to be a taboo thing where single people who were looking for someone will go on these dating apps in secret. And,
I remember watching
not women though. You guys love chat your business.
Yeah.
But
the dating app culture. I remember watching a program. One of the young ladies I work with, she suggested me watching this program called You on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, if you watch it, it's called You. Yeah. It's like a dating app kind of thing. Still, like, and the guy get obsessive. I just turned around and said, "You ever go on a dating app? I'll go crazy." You know what I'm saying? Because you don't. It just really obviously gave it a different light. And it got me mad, man. I was like, "Yo, is this the world that we're living in now?" You know what I'm saying?
But bro, the same one. Like a group of singles, 4 or 3 out of 10 people will be on a Christian dating app. The fact is, if you go to church now and ask everyone to put on their phone, the single people, and go through their phone, the likelihood is they're on a dating app.
Do you think that they should go for Christian ones only? Or go for I don't even know the names of these guys.
Neither me, but you know what? They can all be catfish, can't they?
Yeah, this is it, man. You know what I'm saying? Man could be just looking into these apps.
They can be catfish.
And just.
I think, I mean, and some people don't have the faith or the patience to sit down and pray and be like, God, show me the guy. Because then they're thinking, particularly if it's a woman, if they ain't got no children, my ovaries or my age or there's a catalogue of different things.
Yeah.
So I think for some people, it's a case of, I ain't got time to wait for God to reveal this person is or not. And the truth is, God might not give you a partner.
Man, they're just going to swipe left, swipe right.
Yeah,
Now, it'd be interesting. We need to interview. I know one of our guys got married. He got married on through dating app.
I know a couple people on dating
apps. Yeah. So like, it'd be interesting to talk to them about, how do you decide to swipe left or right?
But you know what though? Some Christian pastors don't think you should be dating. And I get
I understand it, but it's what you call it. Yeah, it's like it's a chaperone culture. You know what I'm saying? So if I've got,
that's the old school
you know what I'm saying? Which for me, it's a case of, okay, you need to get to know somebody. I know when I was talking to Lecrae and they were saying that, like, listen, if you don't know straight away, it's not going to work. You know what I mean? So they don't really believe in no drawn out dating culture as well. You know what I'm saying? But when we're talking to them back in the day about it, I'm not saying they're saying that now, because a lot of things which Lecrae said when I talk about going back in the day, some of the things he doesn't really, which like all of us, we grow in our faith and we get understanding. But like, I don't believe in drawn out, especially when you get past the age of 22. Underneath 22, you've got education. You've got a lot of things to be engaged with, and you've got to complete your foundational stuff for your life. So I can understand dating for over a year, a couple of years, because of you had to go uni and you do that and stuff. But like after 22, especially after age of 25, and I feel like your maturity should be at a level, your intention should be intentional. But let's keep it real, man. People are dating and longing out. What Pastor's saying is saying, yo, like, you know what you're in there for. You get so touchy, feely, test out the goods and then go walk away. You know what I'm saying? So he's guarding people from that vulture culture. And that's not just men, that's women as well.
Yeah, I suppose so. And I hear it about the dating issue. Some people believe that dating support the whole options of, actually, if I don't like this person, I can get rid of him. And if I get married, there's an option of divorce. It's reaching, if I'm honest with you. Like when I hear people say that, I'm like, it's a bit reachy.
The lines are blurring because the thing is, what we would say dating back in the day, young people call it talking now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or my friend.
And I'll be talking to multiple people.
Yeah.
And we'll be like, and that's the thing is, if you take out dating, that multiple culture is there. I'm talking to 3 people.
And that's the day. You know what's mad? I remember one time.
Is that wrong though? If you're talking to one girl, they say, come, let's meet up for a pizza. Nothing more than and what we call that dating.
The intentions behind the pizza.
No. But the thing is, if you're dating a girl, imagine this would be a twist though. You're dating a girl back in the day, you take her to pizza land. You know what I'm saying? But Pizza Land, whatever that's. So you know, back in the day, man. Still, you know what I'm saying? Take her there, and then the next weekend, you take another girl to the other place, whatever. Because you want to find out what they're like as well. But you're both talking to 2. You know what I'm saying? So technically, back in the day, you say you're dating 2 girls at the same time, but not really. You're talking to 2 people and really finding out, who do I want to go in a long-term process with.
It's the intention for me, though, man.
The intention is to find out who's there. So it's instead of having intention for one for 3 months, I'm just doing it all at the same time. You know what I mean?
I think
quad core skills. You know what I mean? Quad core. Am I getting myself in trouble here? But you say quad core skill. You know what I mean? And then after 3 months, nice. Instead of waiting a year, you say a 3 month. Then finally get into one, and by the time I get to the one, she already gone. You know what I mean? Let me go back. Have 4 to go. So listen, I'm talking to somebody at the moment, but I want to get to know you too.
Yeah, you see, that's done. If a guy or a person says, I'm talking to somebody else, but I want to get to know you, that's a red flag. Is that a red flag? That's a red flag.
But the thing is,
because now you've got someone to compare against.
Exactly, don't we do that?
Nah, man. Like, have the conversations, have your pizza.
You're telling me that your missus is not comparing you to Jean-Claude Van Damme or
if I think if there's more than one person on the chopping block, then you should take yourself off, man. Because what's going to happen is, again, there's that comparison there of, I'm not trying to find that person now. He's got me talking now, relationship stuff. You're not trying to find out about the person. What you're trying to do is find out about the person, but also in comparison to option. So actually, if I don't like this person, but that person's nice, then maybe I can just enjoy the whole dating game until we get too close, and then I got to make a decision. Where the truth is, whoever you pick, with their successes or their flaws, you gotta have it regardless.
But the culture today is talking culture. So she's talking to a couple people. So they won't be insulted because she's talking to a couple people and he's talking to a couple people. And then we said, you know what, guys, we need to. Oh my goodness sake! I saw an interview with Neo, came off my shorts, and you know what I'm talking about.
I said you one, didn't I?
Is that what he said? No, that's the one. We talk about. Is it? I think we sent it to you. Yeah. Neo, and Neo said you didn't send it to me.
He's got like about being honest.
About being honest with the 4 girls or 5 girls he's dating.
He's got 4 girls.
4 girls, yeah. And then he said that it was hard work, but then he was truthful to them, and they're all happy.
Yeah, and takes one for 7 days, and takes the other one for 7 days. We're gonna play that video one of the days. I looked at that video and I was like, man, this is why STIs are on the rise, because it's just whole. He makes.
But I'm not talking about that though. I'm not talking about that far. He's taking it to another level, man.
He took it to a complete other level.
But they all come together.
Yeah.
And you think, no. That's not what I'm. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
a boy band.
Yeah. Is there smiling? And the problem is, bro, that's impressionable on our young black men.
Yeah. There's a lot more culture of it now where people are having like multiple partners.
Multiple partners.
And we covered that on one of our podcasts before, where people are comfortable with this polygamy or whatever you want, P word you want to give it.
Yeah.
And try and live a life of having so many people in one relationship. And it is a bit like what you said, it is dating and to see what you enjoy and what you like. And some people might just enjoy the commitment of dating different people because there's no real commitment to it. Like if I don't like you, well, I'm with Fred next week or I'm with Chantal the following week. So there's no real commitment. And I think if we're going to follow the pathway of a good, successful relationship, then you got to make it work by sticking to the choices you've got. You know what I mean? You don't get to choose the good days and bad days. You know, some couples have health issues, finance issues. You got to see it through, which is why they say through sickness and in health, man.
Yeah,
and I think that's where the issues are. And I think, so going back to our conversation about
yeah.
dating apps and stuff like that, status, I mean, numbers wise, it's on the rise, it's successful.
Yeah.
The likelihood is our generations of children might end up finding their partner on a dating app. I'm praying against it. They might find their partner on a dating app because the technology is getting more and more successful. They're getting more brave by putting adverts in your face. And if you're desperate enough, you will just jump on something and find it. In saying that, if a dating app wants to sponsor this show, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I was just about to ask him. I said now, because you're so, this is interesting now, yeah? Oh, you proposal yourself, yeah?
I'm cool with the funding.
You say, so if I said to you, say, Blue, I want to secretly fund a Christian dating app.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could I hide behind your brand? Give you $500,000, yeah?
Yeah.
No, not $500,000. Give you 20K.
I like the $500,000.
Yeah, I would say, and then design an app.
Yeah.
Could we make a Christian space, mix it in with relationship advice in the app, as well as, I don't know, because I've never been in a Christian app, because it would be healthy if you did have the swipe thing, but also support information about singles, wary, advise, podcasts like this where people can click to get the support and know what they're looking for, what to expect and accept. I think if I said to you, yo, bro, oh God, let's call it $250,000.
Going up?
Nah, stick to 100. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I said, listen, you know what I mean? Would that, from a guy who's in the relationship counseling culture, do you think that's a wise thing for us to develop within a good intention? Because sometimes dating apps are just there to capitalize on just nastiness, swipes and nasty. Their interest is not for good fits. You remember when I watch some TV programs and they talk about dating apps, and they talk about, obviously in the film context, it's not the benefit of the dating if to create long-term relationships. The benefit is for you to come back again to try and find somebody else.
Yeah. You know the crazy
Hoping
thing
I get
is,
sued for that.
Here's what I think. This is my personal opinion. Don't come for us at Affinity Xtra for it.
No. We're just talking.
We're just chatting. I think one, I don't think they'd support it because that's educating people, and these apps are not there to educate people. They're there to make money.
They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't say it, please.
remember, on dating apps, people buy with their eyes. So if it looks nice, and we swipe and we tick and we have a conversation, the whole conversation and the whole process is based on the looks, which is why it works so well, because you put the best picture of yourself with filter, and then when they see you, it looks nothing like the picture.
So what is the best way to so that's a good point. So where's the best way to, if you had an app now, and it said no picture, what's the first character? Obviously male, female, whichever is the sex. You know what I'm saying? So you go, what are the top 5 things that you're looking for?
What would you want at birth
without seeing the picture? Yeah, that will help you.
I think what would help is
your value.
Yeah.
How would you earn? How would you earn?
Well, you know what though? Like, that's body count. Now, you know what? It'd be your first.
How many children you have? That's another thing. You know, them things that important.
Yeah, those are important. Don't.
It's very scary to say. You know, man get shot for that. You know, but the thing is, you see that Anton Daniels and a lot of these guys are saying, don't take on no baby, like somebody else's children.
You know what's crazy? And I stick to, because when I was younger, I had certain values that I kept to. I'm not going to sell to all of them, but before I met my wife, I always had a couple values that my uncle installed in me that I kept before I met my wife.
Okay.
And it was...
Blame your uncles.
Yeah, but blame my uncles for this one, but it kept me where I'm at, man. I'm not going to have no girl who's got children. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was my decision from young. So if she's got a child, it's not going to work, unfortunately. That's just me.
Yeah.
If she's a smoker or she does drugs, I'm not interested.
That's an off put for me, you know.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't want to be kissing no girl with smoke mouth.
Wow.
It was always an off put for me as well.
When I see a sister on the street smoking a cigarette, it just...
It is mash mouth. I used to get upset with my bedrooms who used to talk after the smoked a
yeah,
cigarette and you're like, bro, have 10 minutes before we have this conversation further because your teeth look like wicked. But yeah, so it was like never going with someone who does drugs. And then there's other ones I'm not going to go into. But those are some of the values that I was very much like, if she's any of these things, I'm not. I compromised on one when I was in college. She smoked. And I was like, but you're kind of fire. And then I was like...
No.
And then I was like, this is why you don't compromise on these things. Yeah. And then obviously, you know, A, B, C, D, F, G, and then I met my wife. And I think those values work, but then for some people, they're red flags. They're red flags before some people are like, nah, you know, I'm not dating this person. So, yeah, I think, you know what?
So if you had no face, would it be interesting for you to see no face?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just seeing... Obviously, people weren't going to put body count on these things, you know what I'm saying? But like...
some people don't care about body count.
Yeah, trust me. We won't go into no details on that one. You got body because it's Christian app and we don't want people going to hell for lying. That's the real problem. You know what I'm saying? The truth, nothing but the truth. What truth would they put there before the face? Because you gotta what the job is. Yeah, you know what I mean? Hopefully they tell the truth about that. Because what job they have is it tells you about the person as well.
Do you think so?
Oh gosh. Yeah, I know you got a point there. You got a point. But the thing is, if they're a teacher, you know.
There's an assumption there that because they're a teacher, they like kids. But then I know some teachers that don't like kids, but it's a good pay. Like that's I think values are important. I think there just needs to be enough to kind of have the conversation of, is there a connection? Now, there's a program on Netflix again. Netflix, you need to sponsor this show, by the way. I mentioned you too many times in here. But Love is Blind, there's a show on there which is about...
I refused to watch their program.
I was addicted to it at one point. I'm not going to lie. I was so addicted to it.
You don't watch a full one about it. You can't touch.
I watched all 6 seasons of... I watched the American, the English, and the Brazilian one. Like, subtitled those. Because you know what? I enjoyed the concept of... falling for somebody without seeing them. That's my area. But then sitting down there, and you know what? We should have made it a betting thing because I would have made so much money. Because the amount of times I was like, that's not real, it's bias, or you love this person because it was first dates. You know, in first dates you say things that don't really true. Like my first date with my wife, I had a salad. I don't have salads, but I wanted to impress her. You know what I mean? My big South-eating salad. You know that's a lie, catfish. But but you see those kind of things and you're like, you know, it's dramas. But anyway, without going into them kind of things, I think going back to dating apps quickly because we got to wrap up shortly. I think the work. I think it'd be interesting to do a review. I think we should bring somebody in to talk more on it, to hear from their different perspectives.
I got somebody. I
got somebody.
You got somebody as well. Yeah. Drew them online. You know.
I would, and you know what? If you're up for talking about your experience, then reach out to us at Affinity Xtra, and we would love to have that conversation with you, and we could have you up on the show as well. But it's an interesting one. But let's not forget as well, a lot of these dating apps, there's different views for it. Some of them they're there to help people to get into relationships, and the other part is it's a business. And they're amazing good at getting data. They're data giants because people flood their information on there. Yeah. They grab your data, your name, your age, your height.
What you like. Because what you like and whatever they tell you.
And they hold that data and they hold a lot of people.
Yeah. And imagine like you got people that says, oh, I don't know if they do this on there still, where you have to let people know that you prefer to a Chinese girl or you prefer a Asian or you prefer, well, the same thing really, but like you prefer black or white. You know what I'm saying? They got that data on them as well.
Do all of it?
And I'm thinking, them are the things that, you know, like people can covertly can't say it at home like, I don't want to date a black man. Yeah. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But they'd rather do it on the app like, I want to find a white guy, Italian, you know what I want to say?
But you know Facebook's got its own dating app. See? And if people knew that, Facebook also has its own dating app
I think
on there
it's
as well.
a dating app in itself.
Yeah, yeah. No. There's certain sites on there. Do we have the same girl? But I think that's another show too. But yeah, man, I think it's an interesting one, and we didn't even fully cover the show we was going to cover.
I know. It's just the way that technology has infiltrated our perception of the opposite sex, how we approach relationships. And it's imagine nothing's changed like this, bro, as much than it is now. Bro, literally arranged marriages, even when it happened now, that was prevalent even in English culture. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When parents almost go, you know what, you could, you know what I mean? You set things up, man. You know, within our churches, we go, okay, we are like-minded people. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna push you towards this. You know, we're gonna protect that. So we're only just coming out of the culture of arranged marriages, where parents basically decide for you, who's the right person for you. And we kind of crashed out of that because of the divorce rate and freedom and liberty, you know what I'm saying, democracy. And then we're going into a way where people are just like wildlings out there, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, like,
we're in the era of freedom now.
absolute wildness going on out there, bro. Like,
People want that
and this
freeness.
is not outside of our Christian spaces. It's inside our spaces, you know what I mean?
And let's not get fooled, you know, it's not just in the Christian spaces where this is happening.
Oh, no.
Yeah, arranged marriages had its success, but also had some very bad failures as well. So it's in both.
Yeah.
Listen, we've hit
But
that time.
it was a better community back then, though.
Debatable.
That's a whole other subject. It had better morals.
Debatable.
It had better
The
morals.
morals were good, but I think for
there
me,
was more beauty in black back then.
oh, listen. People can be like, "What is this beauty in black they're talking about?"
Do not click the button.
You know what? I agree. If you are someone of a weak nature, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it this way, like, you know, but if you're someone of a weak nature, where single, struggle with lust, all them things there, like most of us do, watch it with a friend if you're really interested.
Yeah, accountability part. Now.
Just watch the trailer twice.
Yeah.
And then be like, if it's for you or not, and then the judgment is on for yourself. But
treat it like you gotta burn the calories afterwards. Don't let it sit. You gotta burn it. You gotta eat the calories fast. I gotta go for gym.
watch it.
Watch it on a Saturday night, knowing you got church next day.
Watch it. Sit down there and have your Bible app open and be like scrolling at the same time. It's the only way. Or just
Have
wait
some
for
Marvin
us to
Sapp in
do
the
our
bag.
review. We got our review in a week's up till time.
I'm so afraid I've been back right.
The what one?
Running back to you.
Oh, you're playing the whole gospel mix after that one. It's an interesting show, but for me, my perspective on that show is, should we be watching certain shows as Christians? Because you know, Brandy did a show, a horror. Quickly before we run off, but Brandy did a horror, and again, disrespectful, because the horror is about the Holy Spirit, but the concept is when the Holy Spirit acts, it's demonic, so it's scary, so it's a horror. So the woman, so basically they depicted the mother-in-law as a Christian, and when she's praying, it's meant to be like a horror part, and then when certain things happen to, like, you know, as Christians, you know, God is, the angels are moving and certain things are happening. In this world of her film, when the angels are doing stuff, they're these horrible monsters doing different things. I have to show you the trailers, guys. But
Okay, how long was that?
she done it last year, and I was upset because I like Brandy's music, and I thought, yeah, you idiot. I mean, you silly lady.
Nah, I'm a Monique fan anyway. I mean, my Monica. Because I'm more into Monica than Brandy.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm more Brandy because in Monica's album,
Just one of those days.
yeah, man, it's a fire tune, but them shoes were wrong. You know, you got your 14-year-old and your nan shoes. But anyway,
cool.
yeah, guys, it's been amazing.
That's all. So we're just slamming in these things all the
We
time.
are just scattergunning you guys today.
Oh, Lord.
But you know what though, it's fun. You know what I mean? Like, we're here to have
yeah.
fun and enjoy ourselves. And if there's anything that you've heard that you want to get involved in, please reach out to us at Affinity Xtra.
Yeah.
But again, as we said at the beginning of the show, we've got so much amazing artists, so much of a podcast, so much of amazing DJs on the platform. So please be encouraged to download the app, or not just on YouTube, but other platforms that we're on too, and leave comments as well. So from me, Blue, him, Roger, God bless, guys.
And we celebrate beauty in black.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Sounds good at this.
Hi, and thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, you like, and you comment, and make sure that you're sharing the videos and watching so much more. We have loads of content for you. I hope you enjoy. See you soon.